Yo, it's your boy, DRC from PainInTheGulo.com.
And your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus. And
Yo,
this is
talk
yo shit.
nigga.
That was perfect, nigga.
I think we should be good. We should be in business. Another episode of Talk Your Shit. And today, we gonna continue off of last week because it seems like we both took last week heavy and applied it throughout the week. So last week was about picking a side and shit, and it's just like you can't pick both sides, you can't play both sides. So after me personally, this last week that just passed, I picked a side. You know what I mean? And I guess I let go of some demons or whatever, or some negative energy, which boosted my shit, because I'm getting different opportunities that from the same, like old tricks is bringing new. You know what I mean? Like the same old. I ain't really switched nothing up besides picking a side, and I feel like it unlocked a whole different chamber. Or, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I've been this sexy, but it's like I'm even sexier. But it's like my energy-wise, it's like my aura so vibrant now. It's just like, ooh. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like, you in front of me this whole time? Type shit. It's not even like also sexual shit. It's just like in every sense. But it's just like that shit's kind of not scary, but it's like, oh wow. And I feel like a lot of over this week, a lot of childhood shit. Like the other day, I looked in the mirror, and it was just like it was awkward. Cause it was like, I'm so used to not being able to get the like, cause like what I wanted to look like, I passed that already. So it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this person? Like who the fuck? You know what I mean? And then on top of that, it's like when I see that person or I see a reflection of myself now, it's like my younger self is starting to fade.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah, you transit. Okay.
I'm not seeing
you literally
chubby. You know what I mean?
He's literally, it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah, you
know
watching
what I mean?
them fade.
Like,
you watching him fade
off. You know what I mean? Type shit, and it's just like, wow. Oh, this is
what?
This is who I am. So I'm seeing myself as myself now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's crazy is like I said, I've been going through a lot of childhood shit, even with this whole stand-up. The reason why I haven't done stand-up is because it's directly connected to getting in trouble. Like literally, this is why I know I'm gonna be. Ah, damn, talking mad shit. This is how I know I'm gonna be great at stand-up, because I know I don't have to do stand-up comedy. I have to go up there and just be myself. Now, it might take me a minute to get there. I'm not saying I'm gonna come off the back break, but it's just like getting back to that, because I was taught so much, not even necessarily from my house, because my house is what really nurtured it. My home, you know what I mean? My home life. So it's really more so like when I got in, even recently, like even at the theater, sometimes they'll be like, yo, Remy, I'm not too loud. I'm making everybody else too loud. Like, imagine that. Like, I thought that shit ended when I dropped out of high school, bro. And they told me that shit. And now, because before that, I used to do bike messenger jobs. So I was always in and out. So it wasn't like...
Yeah.
But it was like, at this last job we was at, they used to really tell me, like... At a point, they were like, yo, just close the back door, because this nigga's not going to shut the fuck up.
Yo.
Make sure the back door closed. Remy's back there.
When I was walking back, I told
And
you.
sometimes he be blasting his fucking music.
Right. When I jumped into the theater, when I walked in, I was going through that. You gotta start having faith. You gotta start believing. You gotta really start believing. And I don't want to say really. You have to become believable. You have to become a believer. It's not what you feel. It's literally a lifestyle, just like working out. It's a lifestyle. Believing is a lifestyle, dogs. I'm convinced now. But I walked in the movie theaters, bro, and everything just... This is why you're doing it. The smell of the popcorn. Bro, I miss the smell of a movie theater. I'm a movie nigga. I miss the smell of the movie theater, bro.
Crazy.
I walked in there.
I've always been a movie head. But like, I wasn't always able to go to the movies.
Yeah.
My brother used to work at the movie theater we work at. And he used to give me his 2 free tickets. He used, I guess back then they used to get 2 free tickets a week. So while he was working, I would just come there and he would give me his tickets and I would go watch a movie. I think like the first movie I watched was 50 Cent Get Rich or Die Trying. I must have watched that like 17 times in the theater.
Yeah.
And then that's when, and that was just around the time where I was like really heavy into old school hip hop. And they had KRS-One, Why Da Da Day, Why Da 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 Day, listen to my 9mm go bang. And it was like, I was the only nigga my age who actually knew that song. Hey,
that shit
had to
hard.
bust him down with my 9mm. Said I had this girl that said I want to.
What I'm realizing too, bro,
I look like KRS-One now. And they go like, who's your favorite rapper? KRS-One.
What I'm really realizing, bro, is when you go into shit, like I went in there, caught the brief, but as soon as you walk back out, you back into the world now. Well, I had to stop putting limits and time on shit, on feelings, on goals, on anything, because that's a whole extra.
Yo, you talking that shit again?
Yo,
Don't make
bro.
me face away.
Yo, bro, because I walk. That's my shit. I got to my crib. It's like, damn, where that went? It's like that was for that, my guy. Move on. Nigga, Nelson Mandela, I climbed up the hill, I stopped, looked how far I came, got back up, kept walking up the hill. Yeah, that's all you can do in life. You reflect how much you came, you sit there, rest, get your ass back up and keep going, bro. This doesn't stop. Nigga, the millionaire niggas I'm watching and vlogging, he said it, bro. This shit, I still gotta go sell my merch. This shit, I'm rich. But my brand, this is me. I can't, and it's like the Aussie. If they gave you $1 million contract right now for the brand of Pain in the Culo or talk your shit, no. Really think about it, bro. Get past the ego, your skills, how you have to sell yourself. Let's be realistic. Could you even give them a market? Could you even break that? You could write a blueprint, but it makes sense.
You're right.
You're not there yet. And do you even have the capacity to sit in meetings and learn the fucking math that you hate, my nigga? And really sit there.
Oh, you hate math?
Nigga, I got a math retardation pass, my nigga. And I hate math.
Great at math.
Bro, I told the math professor in college, bro.
Fucking reading aloud. Can you read aloud?
Facts.
I hate that
I
shit.
told the nigga in the middle of the class, bro, he smiled. And the problem, he was like, oh, nobody understands this? I said, hey, yo, whoever made math should have been shot, bro. Like, whoever made math, yo, and nigga said, oh, nah. A nigga referred me to the site, bro.
You know what's so funny?
I hate math,
Yo,
bro.
I almost hated math for a lot of reasons, too. I remember this one time growing up in school. This is the first time math turned on me. You know what I mean? Because, like, I was always good at math. Like, good at math. Not just, I'm good. I'm like, this nigga, like, I used to get 4s when it was a 1, 2, 3, 4 scale.
Mm-hmm.
I used to always get 4 in math and like a 1, maybe barely a 2 in reading. Wow. And it was like, oh, this nigga's good at math. It's just reading we need to focus on. And it was just like, the reading wasn't a problem. It's just, I did that shit a lot slower than grade level or whatever the fuck it is. But once I learned how to take tests, after 3rd grade, I learned how to take tests. It was over. But anyway, math just came easy to me. It's not even like it was my favorite subject. I didn't like school. I like the social
The social
school.
aspect,
I didn't like
yeah.
school for the learning and shit. Like I like, if anything, I would like science. If they're to say it's a subject that I like, it would have to be science. Social studies.
I love social
not,
studies. That was my.
The thing about it too is like, so
studies,
I'm
yeah,
good
yeah.
at English. Probably would be
American
my
history.
second favorite, but English was a default, not because I would have to read. You know what I mean? But if the teacher's reading the book aloud to the class and we was all following along, I murdered. Because when it comes to like conversation, I murdered. But it's like when you want me to read this shit and then pick these questions, and it's like open-ended questions and essays, I was pretty good at too. But when it came to like think, and if I need to know how to spell a word, I would use smaller words to fucking explain myself.
You know why hate is so real, bro? Because just right now, your posture right now, nigga, you don't want to end up like, you know, that shit, nigga. So when a person see you and they can't even sit like this for an hour if they want to.
Right.
Just, bro, when you really dive in, there's so much work to do and to keep that. No wonder why.
Yo.
Why your hair grows so faster than mine?
Yo, bro. The other day, on
Yo.
my Instagram, you'll see the video.
Yo.
Like, I came home, like, this was like
Damn.
the first day
Deep.
that I worked. Yo. The UPS?
Yeah.
Bro, it's exactly what I asked for. I didn't want to be working too many hours, but I want to work enough hours to make enough money to do exactly what the fuck I asked for. It took just the amount of time. You know what I mean? I could still go pick up my son, do everything I need to do, and I'm making some money in the gap with.
Yeah,
So it's just like perfect. The first day that it actually took the whole amount of time that it was supposed to, like, you know what I mean? Which isn't bad because that means I made twice as many hours as I normally do because we be finishing so fast because we're so efficient. I was tired as fuck, and I didn't exercise in like 2 days.
I see.
And I had to go fucking exercise, and I was whining about this shit. You know what I mean? And that's the thing I don't think people get. Great people whine, and they got to. I don't fucking believe it. Besides Mr. Rogers, who. Because I watch Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, I heard he be playing piano and sometimes he just dun when he get mad, but that'd be rare. I mean, but like him and Jesus and maybe Mother Teresa, these mother, like, you're gonna complain. And it's like people think, oh, if you complain, it's like, no, motherfucker, you could complain, but if you still go and do the shit, there's a difference, you know what I mean? And it was just like, I had to make myself go and do the shit, and then once I did the shit, like, even like, once I start getting into this shit, once I'm in this shit, I'm in it. There's no, you know what I mean? Now, after I finish, I'm like, let's do some more. This is like, so it's like, but it's like, being able to get yourself out the if you're gonna have to complain, go through the process. I'm gonna complain for about 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna stop complaining. And then I'm gonna go through this shit. So I'm gonna give myself an extra 30 minutes to go do my workout because I know I'm gonna complain for 30 minutes first, and then I'm gonna go through
bro.
But it's just
and it really, and I really got to come to certain conclusions about self. Like, though before I could smoke, I had to make sure I could breathe through both my nostrils, or I'm not gonna enjoy it. Like, it's just certain shit I can't play with no more. Like, when it comes to when I used to want to control people's karma. I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. I'm gonna be vengeful. Revenge is in my nature.
Did you wait? Hold up. When you said that shit mad quick, like that shit was something normal. This nigga, when you try to control people's karma, talk about a God complex. Shit. When I used to try to control people's trauma,
word, bro, same
that's
shit.
crazy, bro.
Nigga. Then
The
I realized,
audacity. The audacity of a nigga.
I'm like, yo, dogs, listen.
I'm gonna make sure your trauma comes in. It's my goal in life.
And look, that's what, and my look, nigga, I can't.
You can't
Jordan,
live your life in
exactly. So, all right, so your revenge nature ain't gonna go anywhere. So where can you put that? Where it's gonna? I'm a writer, and I'm gonna wild out on that. That's it.
Motherfucker, you
But-
don't cross me.
But what I'm learning,
I'm gonna make
is-
millions off you.
it's the hardest part is not the learning, it's the transitioning.
Whoo!
The learning is the easiest part. Even though I don't care how much you study
Say
for.
that shit again.
You can study, learn for
Cause I be
years.
listening. I listen to this audio book. This shit better the second time around. Nigga. I'm
Bro.
like, how did it hit us the
Yeah,
first
exactly.
time?
Same with
How did
it.
it click the first time?
Transition is the hardest part.
I read this audio book. I'm thinking, I'm reading these audiobooks, thinking like,
Transition
yeah, I
is
read
the
it.
hardest
Ooh,
part.
boom! I'm knocking these books out. 6 hours, 8 hours, right? Nope. Read that shit again.
Yeah, bro.
Listen again. And then when you finish, right? And you listen to all them, give yourself like good 2 months, and then listen to that bitch again.
Listen, who that's this the nigga.
Because if you actually growing, you gonna hear something new every fucking time because it's
Bro,
up.
that's what I do. That's what these niggas, the blogs be telling, bro.
And that's why that's
Facts.
the only reason why I look back. Cause it's like if I'm gonna waste time looking back on the present while I have all this present here, I'm gonna waste time looking back. It's gonna be looking back to see what I could do.
And I had
kind of like what you do with why you watch history all the fucking time. And it's just like, all right, I'm gonna watch. If I'm gonna go actually and reminisce about my history, I'm gonna go do it with some motherfucking way.
I'm in Vietnam right now. I'm in Vietnam right now.
You know what's so crazy? When I was going through one of my big transitions, right? This is when I like probably wrote my I figured out how to start making albums and shit. So it was probably like 2015. And I started doing music 2016, 2015. So then I just had a brain fart. Damn. Right, I was going through my transitions, and I was listening to this audio book, which was basically teaching you like the law of social interaction between men, women, and in different circumstances and different environments. And basically break down what type of person you are, how to be as effective with your type, what's gonna be, when you're gonna be in positions that are your strengths, and when you're in positions that are your weakness, and then how to act to to balance that shit out, so you're always able to. I mean, even if you are popping, you know how to push everything down, like either be super humble where you know how to shift the attention. Some people are really great at this, especially like presidents. Motherfucker give them mad attention, and they just shift it. Well, blah blah blah, and everyone, oh really? And they just fucking get the fuck out of
OJ
it.
was real good at that.
Tell me about it. He probably at least one time did the most legendary shit ever. But we're not gonna talk about which one time that was. Anyway, moving forward. But it's just like the when you're making that transition, like you gotta really like unbury some shit that you
Not just find the grave, you gotta
You know what I
you
mean?
gotta see the skeleton, my nigga.
you gotta and then you gotta.
You gotta really dig that out, bro, and really see what you. Yeah, bro.
So it's like if you're gonna go through all of that shit,
Oh,
have to go through all
shit.
the emotions, nigga might as well get some shit out of it.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? But it's just like I feel like some people just be living and they just crying in it's like yo, bro, don't. I get it. It is very emotional, but ride the wave and try to get a clear vision of.
You got a lesson on that, bro, is to be able to understand how far you came in the mind to see, to have these talks, bro. It's not being better than anybody. It's being aware. It's really.
I think it is about being better than somebody.
Yeah, I know. I said.
But it is. It's not about being better than anybody outside of you. It's about being better than the motherfucker you was
Yeah.
the day before, and that's why it's an
Spanking that
everyday
nigga. Facts.
process. Because it's like the person you was yesterday who did a fucking phenomenal job. You gotta beat him now. So you either gotta maintain that shit or supersede that shit. And it's just like, and then when you do that, then that's the new bar. And you can't, it's not even you can't, because we're humans, we're gonna go below the bar, but it's like, yeah, you can go below the bar. Niggas have bad games. But then you gotta, the next game,
The faith.
shooter's mindset. Every shot gonna go, all right, that missed, but I don't remember it. It went in. I don't remember it. You know what I mean? And it gotta go both ways. It can't just be like, oh, I'm a ball out when I win, and then when I lose, I'm gonna just coast through it. No, you gotta be even killed. When I win, yeah, I'm gonna celebrate. When I lose, yeah,
I just learned there's a difference between pessimism, being a pessimist, and being just a realist. I realized that being a pessimist is easier. Like, to watch people and be like, you know, I'm not going, I ain't nigga sit in a Rolls Royce and drive that shit. Wow, that shit ain't never. It's easy because it's like you're not stressing it because you believe it's not gonna ever happen.
Right.
But at the same time, you slowly killing that dream, boy. Like, it's a bad mindset to have. I'm
right,
learning.
because
You playing both sides of the fucking fence.
not even that, but
Yo,
it's like
that's crazy.
you're not. I heard Steve Harvey said some shit. He was like, whenever he traveling with somebody, if he get changed.
Oh yeah,
100,
I just seen that shit.
and it was just like, I'm not there yet.
Facts, you millionaire.
No, it's not even a millionaire. Because the thing about it is like, just because, like, don't get me wrong, like, that just means next time you have $100 and you break the change, you're not so afraid to give the money away. Because you know more money, it's the mindset. It's not the how much or where you're at. It's just like, if I have $100 now, I can spend all of that because more hundreds is coming to me. It's not going to be 20s. It's not going to be hundreds is coming to me. So it's just like changing the mindset. It's just like,
I mean, yeah, when you get to a certain level, that's definitely a mindset.
But it's not even like a certain level. You got to be at that level even when, because the thing about it, I feel like it's like, don't get me wrong, I might be bowling on a budget. I'm not going to go take my whole bank and do that shit with, you know what I mean? But it's like, my spending money, yeah, I'm going to spend all my spending money the first day. I'll be all right. And more money's going to come anyway. And on top of that, if you're not working a security 9 to 5 or hourly job, which is the seed to killing a dream. You saw that video? I think I sent it to you. The seed to killing a dream is like which isn't a bad, they're in a bad job, especially if you have a passion for doing them. Like if you want to be a motherfucking bus driver and that's what you just always wanted to fucking be. Sounds weird as it may be. Motherfucker, you better go drive motherfucking buses. But it's like, or a truck driver or a firefighter, whatever the fuck they be. Postman, I don't know. But it's just like, that shit is fucking real, bro. That faith shit is.
That faith shit,
That
right?
faith shit. Because the thing about faith is like, it's like keys. You could lose that shit, but you could just. A lot of people will lose their shit and be like, "Oh, fuck, I lost my fuck." Nigga, go find that shit. Go look for it. You gotta go look for it. What do you mean go look for it? Go look for it. For some motherfuckers, you might need to go read a scripture and hallelujah. Some people need to pray.
A foggy night. It says a foggy night, right? You can't. Faith is like a flashlight in a foggy night. You don't know what's in front of you, but you got the light.
It's like a flashlight in Haiti, nigga. But it's dark. It's dark, nigga. A flashlight.
Crazy.
You get to see a foot in front of you, nigga. That's sick. Cause there's so much darkness.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You need headlights, and that gives you 2 feet.
Just 2 feet of light. That's it. Damn.
I'll probably exaggerate. It'll probably give you like 5 feet or 7.
Still, little nigga. That's all the light you're getting.
Nigga. That's the light.
And
You know
that's
what I mean?
yeah.
I don't know how these motherfuckers back in the they had a lantern riding through the
Niggas
motherfucker.
had
Paul Revere.
survivors.
The English
shit.
are coming. The British is coming. How the fuck he did it with that? Riding that
horse.
fast?
On the horse in the middle, you know. And that's back in
Do
the day.
can horses see it though? In the door?
I doubt it.
That nigga like, oh, these motherfuckers
Nah.
and shit.
That's why they had them torches. He saw as much as you saw. And that's crazy, bro. That's, yeah, man.
He's like, oh, that's a cliff. Oh, you gotta jump. I'm ready
The irony of life is just full of ironies. Because the more technology niggas got, the lazier niggas got.
The book that I've been reading basically said life is a paradox that you have to get used to. And once you're able to live in the paradox or understand the paradox, because the way he broke it up was think of all the things that you have and think about all the things that it took to get it. You know what I mean? So it's like all these material things that you have, it took something that was immaterial or of nothing for you to go get it. Right? So it's like focus on this side, not that side. Don't focus on the material, focus on the things that you gotta do to get the material.
Exactly.
And so it's like, for me, you know what was so funny? This whole COVID shit, well, prior to COVID, since we was working at the day, I started doing this whole exercise shit with my push-ups every day, right? At points I was just like, yo, why the fuck am I doing this shit, bro?
Of course.
It's like, oh, I gotta do this shit. So now I have the confidence to now go do some fucking modeling, to now
The long
be
game.
able to travel, to now be able to go do some stand-up and tour with
And
music
to have the
merch.
stamina just to even
And
to
then
perform and
right,
shit.
and
Hell
then
yeah.
it's like, right, that's another thing I heard. I forgot his name. Try Jesus, don't try me, 'cause I throw hands.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I don't want to butcher his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So I don't want to butcher his name. Shout outs to him. I forgot his name. But he was talking about, I think he's like a ex-football player. He didn't make it to the league because he got injured in college, but he was actually like a legit nice motherfucker. And he was like, yo, performing, because his brother I think played too, and he's like, they still train together. And he was like, nah, bro, like performing on stage is a fucking job. Like maybe not stand up, but the thing about it is like knowing my damn self, it's gonna be a fucking job too, cause I'm not fucking theatrical.
Nigga, stand up, hell yeah, bro.
No, cause if you Dave Chappelle in it, you're not gonna be, or Chris Rock in it. Most Chris Rock does is walk back and forth. Dave Chappelle just go up there and stand there. I don't think I can stand it. Sometimes he'll get up and do some shit, but for the most part, he's at that point where he could just.
Bro, you downplaying the fact
my ass. I'm mad dramatic. I'm gonna be.
Bro, 75% of the world can't even get on that stage and talk.
What you mean?
You talking like everybody could just jump on the stage and they gon' nigga, some niggas won't even, I'm not getting on that stage to even tell a joke, nigga. Why y'all all looking at me like that?
But the thing about I don't know if I was built. I would say I was built to perform, like acting and thing. But I was born to do stand up. Like I remember at one point when I used to start watching mad stand up and comic view and shit all the time. My brother was like, "Yo, you speak like a stand up comedian, bro. Like your regular conversation sounds like a stand-up comedian." He used to have to come in and be like, "How y'all doing tonight?" I'm like, "I never said that shit." Shut up. Cause you know how when comedians be good transitions, like, "Ladies, how y'all doing? Let me hear how ladies sing." I'm like, I never came in the room and said, "Look, ladies, let me hear y'all make some fucking." But it's just like I never tried that. You remember how many fucking times, motherfucker? No one. God bless his heart, Kevin. Kevin came out and was like, "Yo, really, you do stand-up?" I was like, "Nah, I do music." "You don't do stand-up?" "Nah, I do music." "You should do stand-up." Music. I got music. No, if you do stand up, I'm coming to your show. Caitlin said the same shit to me. And I'm like, thank you. I think.
Stand up is definitely the lane, bro. I
And it's
can't
like-
wait to see that shit, man.
Stop running away. And the thing about it too is like when I was reading that book when I was making that transition like 2015 and shit. I realized I had to start doing everything I'm too scared to do. Or you know what I mean? Like I'm scared to look girls in the eye. Wow. I was always scared to look. Oh yeah, you gotta get that shit the fuck up. You're gonna have to bury that shit and start looking women in the eye.
It all matters, man. It's
We gotta start standing up straight. Oh man, all the way straight. Oh yep. Stop rolling your shoulders forward. Oh.
Nigga been, it's non-stop. And
Meditating.
And even when you
Consistency
get, and
with
that's
that
the
shit.
shit too, is when you even get it, now you just gotta work hard. Now the script got you on, now they wanna hear something fire now. You the fire nigga now. That's pressure in itself, nigga.
Right, but the thing about it too, again, it's not. They just never had me before. So I don't gotta go and come up with some fire shit. I just gotta keep being myself.
I like that.
And they're gonna, you know what I mean? When your movies pop or your writing pop or whatever the fuck the shit pop, you don't gotta go write another one. You just gotta give them your next one. Y'all don't like this shit? Alright. Well, you know what the fuck I could do. There's another one. You trying to tell me your favorite artist, you like every single motherfucking song that they have?
No.
Exactly.
Nah.
But they still your favorite because the 7,
But the
8,
shit-
the 5 they have on every album.
It's like what I
Add
realized,
the
bro.
fuck up.
You can't
Or hit you.
You
a
can't
certain
work-
way that can't.
You can't
Fuck
function
that.
or work in a dirty environment. And when I say dirty or cluttered environment, that could be thoughts, emotions. I really realized I was trying to,
It's easier to work in a physically
just because you could
cluttered
do it,
place than
just because you could
mentally cluttered
smoke
place.
5 blunts, drink a bottle, and still go box and win, don't mean that's a great strategy, bro. And I'm realizing, nigga, I was making it. I still was writing, wrote my book full of all this shit, but the next level requires a clean plate, bro. The next level, you can't. You got that's over with, bro.
Right, but the thing about it too is it's like that book was needed, and then hopefully there's some growing.
Nah, but that's the I'm saying that's the cause of all of any writer's block.
You write any other book,
'Cause
and then you
When
grow a little bit
bro,
more.
word to my mother, I never had writer's block. Never until I added, until emotions and all that shit got in life happened. But then I realized, in order to get back to, not even get back to, and get into a new space of writing.
Right, that's another thing too. I always wanted to when I was making my transition, and even now making my transition and getting quote unquote back to my childhood jokey self, where I just literally said what the fuck was on my mind, and it wasn't like from a place of analysis. You know what I mean? But the shit about so it's like when you like, I guess you could say, evolve, right? Damn, how am I trying to say this? I'm looking for the right words, cause it's weird what I'm trying to say. Repeat what you just said, bro.
Oh shit.
You forgot too, right?
What the fuck? you're not trying to get back to where you was at. You're
Right.
trying to get to a new
So
place.
when I was making my first transition, and even now, right, I'm making my transition. What I'm not trying to do, or the goal isn't to get back to the Remy that I used to be, because there's no way to get back to that, because whatever the fuck happened to me, it's changing me. What it is learning how to tap back into it rather than to try to get something back that's already past. So it's like that's still somewhere inside of me that I've lost connection to, or lost the ability to connect to on
on cue.
on cue, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I have to find that muscle. It's like muscle memory or muscle
good shit.
mind connection.
Good
So
shit,
it's
bro.
like I used to play around so much, but then I got so serious because I used to get in trouble so much. But now, when I'm allowed to play around so much on the stage, not pulling back or hesitating to then, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Hinder myself. So it's just like I can't go back to that Remy that didn't have that knowing of you could hurt people's feelings or this right and the wrong place to do. I can't go because I already know all these shit. But it's like learning how to tap back into it and growing that part of me. It's like almost like I closed it off. So like uncluttering it, if you per se, and moving all the walls or the shadows or the boxes that I put it in so I wouldn't get in trouble per se, and then allowing it to get some light to grow and then it then becomes back a normal part of my personality type of shit.
Facts, bro.
But it was that was what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like a lot of times when people go through shit, they be like, I'm just trying to get back to the way I was.
Yo,
and
bro,
it's like,
facts.
you can't go back.
You
have
can't.
to learn
That
how
person's gone,
right.
dog.
So the scars that are now over that thing, you have to heal them. That could be another thing. It might be a scar that you gotta, you know what I mean, and let that shit bleed.
And you gotta,
like a broken nose.
You gotta feel
break
it.
it
You
again
gotta
to
go
fix
through it. Your shoulder pop out. You gotta, nigga.
You know what I mean? And that shit hurt. The process.
It hurts. The process hurts. Exactly.
Healing hurts.
Facts.
And sometimes
Healing hurts.
the part of healing that hurts is not even the physical pain. It's the fact that you have to be stationary.
Exactly.
The fact that you have to be actively resting and shit like that. So it's just like, so, I feel like so many people, including myself, I had that problem. Even like talking to Shorty, who was, I guess you could say an ex, but it's like not going so caught up in what it was and looking at what it is right now, and then like seeing where it could go if we're even going in the same direction to see where it could go from there. But it's like so many people always trying to get this back. Oh, I remember when it used to be like this before he cheated. It was like, all right, so now when he cheated, your wall came up to protect yourself. Now you have to start slowly putting down that wall and letting that wall come down. And when you're able to let that wall come down and he does enough things for you to trust that he won't do it again, and you feel like you've learned this, then you'll be able to transition back into that space where you felt these feelings before. And I feel like that's why a lot of people don't make it through big cracks that happen, you know what I mean, which is literally life. You know what I mean? I used to judge people off of shit that they do, the mistakes that they made, but it's like, nigga, we all make them. Some might be minute to some people, but it's like, it is what it is. Trauma comes from anywhere. My trauma came from getting sent back in the third grade, sent back to the second grade. It's like, oh, nigga, my parents died at 2, but nigga, it's not a competition. It's just like what happened to the person affect the person in however way it affected them, and it just is what it is. And it's like motherfuckers want to compete and compare, and it's like when you compete or compare, you take away or forget that we're all connected, and you just the only reason why you're competing is because you feel like you should deserve more attention than this person because.
And that's what I realized. To finish it off is on some. It's that slow drip, bro. That slow. Yo, bro, it's people been out, they have a cigarette habit, whatever. They've been living, and then it just that slow drip, bro, is crazy.
You know,
Cause I've really
You know what's so funny about that? This quote that I heard, and it was so fucking powerful, bro. You look at a successful person and look at a person who's failed. It took them both the same amount of time to get there.
shit. So which one you gonna be? Which one you rather do? You gonna pick? You have to pick a side. You got.
That's another motherfucking episode. You gotta pick a side.
Yo.
Oh shit. Niggas trying to play
shit.
suicide.
Damn.
Nah, you gotta pick one.
You gotta really pick a fucking side, bro.
Talk Your Shh is brought to you by PainInTheCulo.com and your boy Remy Roy causing that ruckus, where real ones come to talk about real nigger shit. You dig?